Hey Pisces, welcome to High Priestess Healing Tarot, where you are the High Priestess. Baby, happy 7-7 portal, Pisces. Let's see what 7-7 magic is in the air. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Ancestors, Archangel Michael. Please help me in pulling insights for the High Priestess Collective. Highest timelines, highest messages for the High Priestess Collective. Show me Pisces energy. We are rolling on the river. The Fool and Six of Swords is, oh wow, with the Hierophant at the bottom. This is starting something new, moving in the direction towards something that feels harmonious. This could be rebirth energy for you too. This is choosing to take a route or a means of transportation. So that could be like doing things in a different modality that feels less chaotic and more beautiful, more aesthetically pleasing, more fulfilling. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana, right? It indicates that there's inspiration coming from within. There's like the Hebrew letter Shin is depicted on this card, and that Hebrew letter Shin represents snake bite, and the symbolism of snake bite is equivalent to Kundalini rising energy, but it's also supposed to represent like that fire rising, that venom of the snake bite is meant to like take over so that you move. So that you get in the boat, get in the car, get on the path, take the risk, invest in the thing, take a leap towards that new beginning. This is new terrain, new shoreline, new experience. There's also an energy here of this newness is going to create ripples in the world around you. That's beautiful. Hierophant at the bottom feels like this is a spiritual pursuit. Wow. Towards your 10 of Cups. Spiritual pursuit towards your 10 of Cups. Okay, let's get some more deets on this. This is your energy. Show me, okay. And the Empress, Nine of Pentacles. That's basically the same card. The Empress and Nine of Pentacles is the same energy, but one is Major Arcana, so that's Soul, and one is Minor Arcana, that's Independence. This pursuit, look at all this yellow. Boom, boom, boom. This pursuit or this next step that you're being courageously pulled towards or like encouraged to take, it's either leveling you up from this independently established energy that's very similar to the Empress, and you're moving up into that Empress energy, but the Nine of Pentacles gets you here. This is like when, I don't know if you've ever heard this. Sometimes a lot of times following the spiritual path is actually employing the ego to move us for our spirit. And that might sound counterintuitive because a lot of spiritual spaces talk about dissolution of ego or like putting ego aside, making decisions from spirit. And that's all well and good and true. But like a lot of times the ego needs to be intrigued, bribed, encouraged, supported, or like lured in order to make a move for the spirit. So I'm not saying trick your ego, but like I do gymnastics over here for the ego. So the beginning of my spiritual journey, the healing that I needed to do, specifically on my maternal line, part of what got me out of my own depression and darkness and like not doing anything was reminding myself, you're doing this, your line will benefit. Like your entire maternal line, your nanas, your your grandmas, your mom, your nieces, cousins, like everyone's going to benefit from this. And for some reason, I think because I didn't have as strong of a self-esteem or a regard for self-worth, I didn't. That motivated me. And the reality is that spiritual and loving? Yeah, but that is ego. Being like, I'm doing it for the line. It is a little bit martyrdom. And I'm not talking shit or saying that like bad about myself or anybody that has used that to motivate them. But that is that is appealing to the ego. Because your spirit would say, just do it for you. And then like all things will fall into place. All other things will also be healed. But like I couldn't just do it for me. I didn't love me or like me enough to do it for me. So I had to appeal to my ego. Did I have this language then and understand what I was doing then? No, and it doesn't matter. It didn't matter. But now I understand, oh, that girl 4 or 5 years ago, she needed something outside of her to move her. And technically on the neuroscience side of things, a lot of psychologists and mental health practitioners will also confirm extrinsic motivation will actually move someone faster. And then at some point, the intrinsic motivation will be there. So the extrinsic motivation here, for me, was like, do it for the line, because that held more value to me than doing it for myself. But then I got to a point where I was like, oh, my ego, I felt like I tricked myself. I was like, I was doing it for the line, but it really ended up healing me. And that actually is the most important thing. And the line just happened to benefit from it. There's something here about that, like allowing your humanness, your ego, to be encouraged or intrigued or motivated, and like don't even worry about how egoic it is. Just use it for the extrinsic motivation, because it will get you to the place that you are going. And that's when that intrinsic soul level recognition, healing takes place and is then embodied like into the soul. It's your human is getting you there. Your ego is getting you there to this place where the soul wants to be. And where the soul wants you to be really in your everyday life is creating without stress, having without lack, experiencing gratitude without fear. Will fear and stress and lack be present in our 3D reality? Sure. But this is moving to an energy of like, I know how to move my ego and mind and body to not become inundated with those things and to be highly focused on the yellow. The yellow is wish fulfillment, solar plexus energy, self-worth. What is it? What's the next practical step that my soul needs me to take? My ego is essentially the boat and my spirit is on it. So if my ego is the boat, I got to fuel my ego in a way that will move in the direction that my soul wants it to. Yes. 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 That is so it. Oh, it feels so good when I fucking nail it like that. I hope that makes sense for you though. Foofy woofy. Oh my God. Let's get a Thothi on here. Thoth Tarot for my tarot aficionados. We got our High Priestess Healing Tarot Roundtable reading this Thursday. If you want to join, you can join our Patreon. First link in the pinned comment below. All the HPs in there. Stay tuned. You're going to have your esoteric tarot reading video for the 3s today. 9 of Cups, happiness. Okay. They said what they said. Happiness. This new direction, new venture, even if this is a small step, Pisces, put you where you go, but like whatever you need to bribe your ego to do, this is saying like 9 of Cups is your fulfillment, your wish that you want for your heart, for your day-to-day joy. Minor Arcana is day-to-day energy. Bribe your ego, convince your ego, employ your ego to make that step, because this is kind of un-F-withable. And this is the year of the 9. So maybe this isn't in one short day, but today you can make a step in the direction of this. Show me one for the Empress. So the Empress is the 3s. 3 is creating, it's nurturing something. So maybe your ego right now needs nurture for the next step. Perhaps yeah, that makes sense. Maybe you're already savvy to this like practice. Like, how can I employ my ego, my mind, my humanness to work for my spirit, right? If that's the case, the Empress here, it's Divine Mother energy. So there could be an invitation for you to nurture the next step that you're taking on this longer voyage towards maybe a bigger goal or a bigger ideal situation. 9-9 is divine paths, and the Fool is essentially jumping off of a cliff to start their own path in the Fool's journey, right? So this is also saying you are right where you're meant to be. there's just a nurture that needs to happen for that ego to take one step forward, or the next step forward. Sometimes the Fool is the next step in the journey. And it's just like, oh, this is a higher cliff. This is a taller mountain. And it's like, yeah, but you have done it before. If you're here, it means you have done it before. You've moved through the cycle before. What is this? Four of Wands. Yeah, completion. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You've completed something before, so this is like the next step on the divine path. Simply needs nurture. There's a lot of abundance here. And this is the 7-7 portal, so this is a great day to intentionally pray, manifest, meditate on maybe a bigger, more expansive vision for your wish fulfillment, whatever that means for you. Where's Venus today? We have double Venus energy out here. The Fool is Uranus, and Uranus just moved into Gemini. And that's going to be interesting because Uranus is a planet of revolution, liberation, innovation. But like the word revolution is so strong for the Fool. So you're like revolutionizing. You could be revolutionizing the way in which you are moving, or the direction in which you are moving. Take that step. I don't know. I'm saying all the same things, but it's like, do that one thing today. Maybe you just need one thing today to feel that confirmation of like, oh yes, I am on the right path. You do that one thing and you get some sort of confirmation, a sign, a bird, a flower, a cup. Can you show me one more on this divine path energy? Divine path, Ace of Discs. So I do feel like you're going to do something and get a confirmation of like, yes, this is the way. And if you think about this, 9 of Pentacles plus the Ace of Pentacles, that's 10. So if you are moving towards a specific vision for your house, home, financial, or career path, this is saying like, go in this direction and you're going to get a piece that confirms, yeah, this is the right way. This is what we're doing here. What's that Ace of Pentacles going to offer? Smash that love button, Pisces. This is a nice one. There may be fear, and that's okay. Whoa, that Ace of Pentacles is going to create Star and 2 of Pentacles change. And this is Jupiter on this card. Jupiter is in Cancer, so it's like the benevolent blessings of house, home, family, emotional healing, safety, security, stars, ultimate wish fulfillment. You have both wish fulfillment cards out here. 9 of Cups and Star. This direction or this next step, this is the way. I have a feeling, okay, walk with me here. You know how the Pentacles are the slowest movers of the 4 elements in tarot? You have 1, 2, 3 that partner with either an emotional card, which is emotional intuitive card, which is fast, or Major Arcana, which is also very powerful. It makes me feel like there's a balance of time happening. And when I say balance of time, I feel like this step that you take is one of many that's going to feel like, I take a step with courage, with fear, and I'm going to get confirmation that was the right next step. And then I can breathe. But then there's going to be a momentary, like, waiting for the 3D to catch up or balance out. And then you're going to do the same thing again. This feels like, because the snake is here, I'm like, this is for the year. This is like a strategy for the year. And you have double 9, and that's also the energy of this year. This snake in this infinity symbol is essentially the Ouroboros. So it's like the snake decides where it ends and where it begins. It bites its own tail to essentially like complete itself. So the Star and the 2 of Pentacles is like, this is an ideal change that's actually going to put something in your, I think, 3D life in a much better state of harmony or much more balanced energy. And it's also going to provide some sort of emotional fulfillment for you as well. This jump feels like this is like an internal nudge. Like your insides are saying, this is what I should do. And I'm saying that because Neptune's sweet ass is covering the cards now. You know? So it's like this next step, you're the one that knows it. You're the one that's been getting the nudge or the call. Ace of Pentacles, Star, and Change. The other thing I'm noticing is the Ace of Pentacles came out affirming like you're going to take the step and you will get concrete confirmation. Concrete confirmation. We love concrete confirmation in this house. It makes us feel less crazy. You're going to get that concrete confirmation. And the thing is, the Two of Pentacles with the Star means this thing grows, it doubles. So this is also the climb up. Whatever you're climbing up, this is the next step or jump in the direction of the climb up. And that's Aquarius energy. So you have double Uranus on the table too. So this is like, this has to be some sort of like, I don't do it this way, or I've never done it this way, that type of energy. Or maybe you've never seen, yeah, there's something hasn't been done this way, or I haven't been able to experience something this way. And Spirit's saying, I want you to go that way. I want you to be the one that does it that way. Because even the Star card, this is a solitary energy. We don't have multiple stars on this card. This could have to do with some sort of visibility through your writing, or writing, speaking, communication, or the way in which you express thought. But it's putting it into some sort of concrete creation, practicality, method, some sort of, it's present in your everyday world, but it looks like it has to do with air energy. So it's bringing that air into earth, like birthing. You are the Empress. You're birthing what you have in the beautiful mind of yours and bringing it out either through action or through creation or through writing, speaking, poetry. Okay, I think that is it, because Wheel of Fortune's at the bottom, and that turns the wheel for you. That completes one cycle and allows you to start another. There's that Two of Wands again. Show me this change. We're not going to keep it. Queen of Swords. That's more air. Oh, she's holding a head. It's like off with their head, you know, but I also was thinking, I wonder if that's a mask. Like you're unmasking yourself to yourself. You're showing yourself a whole other face. Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. So it's the change is it's a brand new spiritually inspired beginning. This is someone setting off. Literally, it's the Fool. It's setting off on a spiritual journey, knowing I'm going to allow the fire to take me. I'm going to ride the wave of the fire being source energy, the fire being, this is what's inspiring me to do this. I'm going to allow this to move me forward. One more here for the Princess of Wands, and we're going to the 6. Now you got two aces. Ace of Swords. I'm going to stick with this. Every time you make a step, there's going to be a confirmation after this, you take the step. So if you're like waiting for the confirmation, like encouragement before the step, things might get quiet. If they get quiet, if you're like, I'm not really getting the sign that I'm looking for, or the type of confirmation I normally need, the affirmation I'm like usually maybe I've received in the past, if they're getting quiet, that Spirit's saying, you already know, and maybe we sent you 100,000 signs before this, so just take one step. Because after the step, you're going to be getting these aces, and the aces essentially fill the altar of the magician. So this is working towards some sort of realistic manifestation. I say realistic, it's like anything is realistic, Pisces. But for your ego, I think your ego needs to see, I take one step, I get a confirmation. Then I get to experience the fulfillment of like, wow, that worked. And then, okay, I take another step, I get another confirmation, and it's going to come to you in these different ways. Ace of Swords is clear cognizance, or this can be contract. This can be a message from somebody. This can be like an aha moment, or some sort of, again, air energy, written correspondence, or something of communication, any medium where you're like, okay, again, this is the right way. This is the change that I need to see. And this will essentially be expansive because it's blessed by this Jupiter snake. I think you're becoming something else. Let me talk about that. I feel like you're becoming something else. What you once were, Nine of Pentacles, it's like so lovely and beautiful. But the Empress is a different league. The Nine of Pentacles just honors and takes care of herself. And like she does it really well. She's gotten a lot of practice doing it. The Empress is the energy of that Nine of Pentacles with expanded responsibility, with expanded clientele, with expanded visibility, with everybody knows who the Empress is. Not everybody might know who the Nine of Pentacles is, because you can have a bunch of Nine of Pentacles in a bunch of towns, right? But the Empress is one. So there's also an energy here of maybe the ego needs to be reassured that it is safe to be this one expert, or this one type of maternal energy, this one type of healing, this one type of figure in your vicinity. Yeah. Okay. Show me who Pisces is becoming here. Okay, now we got another three. Three of Cups. Wow, King of Cups. There's also an understanding that when you believe anything is possible, that's when you start to multiply or amplify the resources around you. The Three of Cups is an extension of the Two. The Two of Cups is like the recognition that love in another exists. The Three of Cups is understanding I can have that with everyone and anyone. And when I say love, that can be like loving, being of service, loving, connecting with others in a way that is collaborative, loving the results you see when you step into your emotional fulfillment. The change here, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Three of Cups, King of Cups, which is Four of Cups. I always say mastery of the emotion and mastery of intuition here, but I think this is different. I think this is nautical. This is like the captain of the ship, like the Empress, there's one. And the captain of the ship navigates when the ocean is calm and when the ocean is turbulent. The captain of the ship sets the tone for everyone on the ship as well. Captain goes down with the ship too. So there's also this energy of maybe this leap or this jump or this next step feels like there's risk involved, and at the same time is like you are equipped to take the risk, and there's joy associated with the risk. There's joy associated with the risk. But if this is who you're becoming, this means that you are getting more comfortable in the discomfort of being that emotional charge, that emotional leader, the risk taker who also like carries, again, that word responsibility is coming through. The responsibility of moving the ego forward because your soul has essentially like chosen you to do it. Your soul chose your physical vessel, your voice, your thoughts, your familial experiences, your upbringing, your religious experiences. Your soul chose all of the things that make you unique. Your soul chose that, because all of those things are essentially like superpowers or tools that are going to be essential and required and like not able to be duplicated for the specific journey or voyage your soul wants you to go on. This is like allowing all of the parts that are uniquely you to drive the boat. Be like, where are we going? You tell me. You tell me. If you have a beautiful singing voice and you don't ever use it, that is totally okay. It's your choice, free will. But if your soul chose to be in a vessel that has an instrument of angelic resonance, wouldn't it make sense if we use that beautiful talent? Wouldn't it make sense if you use that to move yourself forward in some way? So this also, Pisces, might be an energy of like, where are you a star and like maybe not yet allowing yourself to be one? What is your unique talent, your unique gift? I know it's not always easy to do that. My therapist made me do this a couple months ago. She was like, what's your talent? I said, I don't know. You tell me. Like, I was like, I'm no performer. I'm like, I just do some some card reading on a table, babe. But for real, maybe this next step, maybe your ego needs to hear, like, I am very talented in this thing or in this way. And that might help take the next step forward, the recognition. Give me one more for who Pisces is becoming. 3 of Cups, King of Cups, Death, 3 of Swords. I feel like this is a change in the way, it's not that you're not sensitive anymore. I think there was a heightened sensitivity, which is such a beautiful gift that you have. A heightened sensitivity that's now a little bit more protected and armored. And it's not that you don't feel sensitively anymore. I think you're not being taken out by the pain anymore. And who you're becoming is much more accepting of endings when they're here, much more willing to extract the wisdom from the pain so that there's understanding. The 3s are all about understanding. And you have 3, 3, 3 on the table. And that's guided by the Ascended Masters. So I'm so serious. Your soul is like, hey, we have these parts. What if we start implementing these gifts, tools, skill sets, and abilities, just to like take one step forward every day with them in mind, even if you don't see how those things create a puzzle just yet. There is sun coming up in the background here too, so it's like a dark night of some dark period of pain, or like repeated patterned pain. Looks like that's in the past, and now there's this like mastery of your emotional energy. 3 out of these 4 cards are Cup, which is emotion, and then the 1 air card is still pain, so that's still emotion. But this pain is more like, let me understand why I was XYZ. Okay, this feels pretty strong. Anything I'm missing on the who Pisces is becoming? 7 of Cups. Debauch, like debauchery. There's, we said this recently about illusion. Some energy of illusion. Who just moved? Which planet? Neptune? Isn't it? I think Neptune's retrograde right now too, which means anything that's been murky, it's not murky anymore. You see it like super clear. That might feel a little overwhelming for some people too. Show me one more on that 7. 8 of Pentacles. That's being able to like recognize what you're seeing. Like, this is muck, this is murky, this is not for me, this is aligned for me, that's another pattern, I can enter the door or not. 8 of Pentacles is like, I'm choosing to focus on, does this help me grow? Does this bring me success? And if it doesn't, I don't choose it. That's beautiful. Okay, show me the 6 of Swords for Pisces, this direction. 8 of Wands, swiftness with the rainbow. When you take this step, everything else is going to continue to move you forward. This is like getting your footing on the path, getting your footing. Yep, 10 of Pentacles. Wealth. Getting your footing really good. And by really good, I mean like trusting it, just allowing the momentum to flow by water, by air, by fire. And this is bringing you to the 10. So this is also the upgrade from the 9 of Pentacles. That 9 and the Ace essentially converge over here and bring you this 10. So this is the way towards your, whatever you're manifesting in terms of house, home, family, security, investments, new job, new career, savings, like whatever your 10 of Pentacles is, it's on the other side of that step. That one step is bringing you here. This feels like a change in how you perceive where you invest. Could be like a is it reprioritization? This is somebody reprioritizing where they invest their focus. Show me that. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so there's something that happens over here where you take the step forward and some sort of that confirmation, that concrete confirmation, you go, okay, I'm just going to like follow this pathway then, because I got the confirmation and that's all I need to see in my 3D to remind me this is it. So there's a shift in where you're allowing yourself to look or focus. And it's giving self permission to not look in the directions that aren't bringing you forward towards this thing that you're either attempting to build or attract. This, whatever this is for you, Six of Swords, like, this is the way. This is the way. Ariana Grande, Mac Miller, this is the way. Now you have 999 on the table, and that's a cycle complete. Anything else for the 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles? Okay, Knight of Pentacles, Knight. So it's moving slow and steady, but that is the direction. Bottom of the deck is the Fool. Well, if that's not confirmation, there's a brand new portal for you. There's butterflies on this card too. Any advice for this step into the new version of Pisces, or new direction for Pisces? New direction for Pisces. Wow. Higher level commitment. This is your spiritual path. This is what your soul agreed to. So if you think of the Hierophant as higher level commitment, this is what your soul said, yes, this is what we're going to do, and this is the vessel that we're going to do it in. So when you honor the steps that your soul is giving you, a higher level commitment to you results in a higher return for you. That is very true. You also have this, look, 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles all in a row sequence. So if things have been like wonky, or you feel like you're getting misdirected, or there's just like been hiccups, you're like, I can't even gain momentum because there's so many hiccups or towers, or, you know, Mercury retrograde shadow period started on Friday the 4th. And I think I told you guys, I came home to a water leak in the house. And like that, I was like, okay, well, we are right on astrological time, babe. Like that just, we are, 'tis the season, right? I think High Priestess Andrea said that too in the Patreon. If you're experiencing that, just know that this one step, I think, is going to clear up a bunch of shit. And there might be some outside noise, but this is the sequential way to go. This side feels like it goes smoother than any sort of hiccup, roadblock, pauses. There was also astrological pause time. So this month in July, the Jupiter energy is supposed to pour over us in a way that feels like things are starting to move a little faster, even if there are retrograde happenings. Join us for the retrograde tarot reading astrology party on the 17th. It's the night before Mercury goes retrograde. We're going to dive into your Saturn placement, Chiron placement, Mercury placement, and what they mean. And we're going to do individual tarot card readings for each of those placements for you guys. So you'll have an idea of how to harness your retrograde energy without it like overwhelming us, kind of like that King of Cups card. Anything else with this Hierophant advice? It's kind of like stick to your plan. You know what to do. And if you don't know what to do, maybe getting super, super quiet. Okay, there it is. Magician, King of Pentacles. They're literally equipping you with the resources needed for your altar in order for you to be experience this mastery of your 3D materialized world. The Magician, King of Pentacles. This feels like the end game. And if this is spiritual in nature, this is like, trust those spiritual nudges. Trust your gifts, because they are speaking to you so that you acknowledge and see them, recognize them, and then so that you act on them. And the acting is like bringing you to a place where these gifts want to bring you this like abundance. Maybe it's the abundance of the gift. And if it's not abundance of the gift, it's like the abundance around you, so that life is a little bit easier, you know? Claim it, Pisces. All right. Hold my hands. I'm sending you so much Reiki love and healing. Take a gentle inhale through your nose. And a soft release out through the mouth. Savoring your peace. And claim it, Pisces. I claim whatever this wealth is, babe. Bye, Pisces.